Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Um, all things in this video are alleged and from my opinions only, and they are used for entertainment purposes. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would like to start this live off with offering my sincere condolences and my prayers to the family of Miss Kiki Jabbar. As we all know, it has been announced and confirmed that Kiki passed on this morning. My prayers and condolences to her family, especially her husband, her kids, her mom, and her dad. I'm praying for them, and it's death is always something nobody wants to go through, but we all know that it is something that we all have to deal with, and I do offer my sincere condolences to the family. I just wanted to say that. um Now, moving away from that, um I wanted to discuss um Family Empire. This is the first season. Season 1, episode 1 is called Meet the Bradens. I actually enjoyed the show. I really did. I enjoyed the show. It stars, you have Jermisha, who's married to Justin. Then you have Nicole, who's married to Larry. Jaquita, who's married to Chris. Lakeisha and Monet. Not really sure if Lakeisha is married because I don't remember them saying. Jamisha and Jaquita are sisters. Then you have Nicole, Lakeisha, and Monet, who are sisters. However, Nicole and Monet have the same mother and father, and Lakeisha is also their sister, but she's their half sister because she has a different mother. All three of them have the same father, though. Um, the episode basically is just getting you introduced to everybody, and Jamisha is evidently the eldest, and from what's been described of her, she's the overly dramatic one. She's going to be the one that's in the green on this picture. Nicole is the one that's in the pink. She's the first one on this picture. She's next. Then Jaquetta, which is the one beside Jamisha with the yellow on. Lakeisha and Monet, they're not posted. I mean, they're not pictured. They really, Lakeisha was in this episode, but I don't really recall seeing Monet. She might have been in it, but she wasn't really a big part. They say Jamisha is overly dramatic. Nicole tells you how she feels, and Jaquetta is loose at the mouth. From what I saw, Jamisha and her sister are really close. They can talk to each other and have fun. Jamisha likes to eat, and she wants to eat and drink because they had a dinner during this scene with some good food. They had oxtails, cabbage, brisket. They had all kind of stuff, but they was getting down. And she has a very nice house. I enjoyed that. She had a beautiful house, and it was a whole bunch of people up in that house. So she had a nice house. Evidently, Nicole, she's always late to family events. Seems like she holds grudges. Because here, I'll get to that later. Jaquetta had a dinner at her house later on in the episode. They from what I saw, Nicole's husband, no, that's Jaquetta's husband. Chris is the photographer for the Braden brokerage, and he doesn't feel respected. So when they want him to come to the office to get things done or to participate and help create different things for them to do, he doesn't want to come to the office because he feels like he is not respected. And from what I saw, that mostly comes from Nicole. Jaquetta says she hates being in the middle of Nicole and her husband because her husband feel like she always has to take his side, even though there are times that he is wrong. So she just hate being put in the middle. Um, from what I saw, Jamisha and Jaquetta are closer to Nicole's sister, who is Lakeisha, than Nicole is. Um, Even in this episode, you can see how she feels left out because she's always off to the side by herself. And it's like whenever Nicole walks in the room, it's like you can just see that it's not even you can feel it. You can literally see the tension. You could probably cut it with a knife. And Nicole is aware of this because she made a statement that she feels like she has to walk around on eggshells around her sister. And her sister is like, well, she grew up in a different household, so they didn't get to mesh and be around each other a whole lot, so they haven't developed that sisterly bond. And all of them are supposed to be like sisters, but in this episode, Nicole got mad with the two sisters, mostly Jaquetta, because Jaquetta made a statement about how her and her sister are, open and free and can talk to each other, unlike the other two sisters. So she got mad, and because they was eating crawfish that day, but she got mad and she was like, they were making a joke at the expense of her and her sister. And what happens is the two sisters and Lakeisha was having a conversation before Nicole got there, and Nicole is always late. So she has to make her grand entrance or her fashionably late entrance. But they were having a conversation with Lakeisha. Lakeisha was letting them know how she felt, but she can't seem to do that with Nicole. And I can probably see why, because Nicole comes off as real harsh. She's harsh, baby. She comes out harsh, straight business. It ain't, she don't give me, she wants to chit chat and play with you. She's like, hey, this what it is. Ain't no room for this, that, and third. Because from based off of what I saw, it's like she the one that get everybody in line from front to she stay getting them in line. Because that's why Chris don't like her, because I can't say Chris don't like her. Can't say Chris. But from what I saw, they not in the best places. Um from what they showed on the episode and what she said, her and her husband, they have some little difficulties in their marriage. She says she don't really get to spend time with them. And then there's at one point in the marriage that they went a whole year without even talking to each other. They would sit in the house and I guess look at each other or not look at each other, but they could walk by each other all day and don't part their lips, don't speak, they don't say anything. So that's a issue that they need to work on. Definitely need to work on it. Um, Now, Nicole showed a listing to a surgeon in this episode. The house was gorgeous. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. The house was gorgeous. Of course, it was going for, I want to say, $1.4 million. And the surgeon that she was offering it, showing it to, didn't want to spend, well, She didn't want to go over 800 and something thousand, but she said they was gonna crunch numbers, and they was like, because it was an hour away for her to get there, and she was like, with her being a surgeon, she needed something closer that she could get, you know, to the hospital or wherever she needed to go quicker. But it was like, well, if that's the case, this house in the city is going to cost you every bit of $2.4 million, which she agreed, but she still wanted them to put in an offer, but she didn't want to put in an offer for they were asking. She definitely was going lower than what they were asking, but it was a nice house. I ain't gonna even hold you. That was a nice house. Um, what else is that? They had the grandma Asarine. She had a stroke, so her voice, if I guess if you're not her family, you really can't understand what she was saying. They they showed her talking, but they, of course, they had closed caption on the TV where you can actually read what she said. Um, her husband died about a year ago, so this was like the first anniversary of his birthday since he's passed. So they were having this big dinner at Jermisha's house. So they was having that, and then they got to talking about all this land that her and her husband had built over the years, because they had built different businesses, daycares, a strip mall, um, just different businesses that they had built in the area. And there was one plot of land that the mama wanted to sell so she could pay off the bills for off the houses for her kids. And it's they caught the grandkids, which is the three pictured, is more of them, but these are the ones that's pictured. They call themselves the G2s, which is for the second generation. And then you have their parents, which are the first generation, so they're called the G1s. Now the G2s want to buy this land themselves, but the grandmother wants to sell the land so that she could pay off the houses for the G1s, which I don't think the grandma should be paying off houses for grown people, because this is y'all supposed to be this, you know, best thing smoking in Houston, making all this money. If that's the case, then the G1s should have paid off their own houses by now, because now that land that she's talking about selling off is being, because Aunt Nikki came to meet with the kids so they can give them her vision, and that land is appraised at $865,000. Um, Based off of what Jamisha wants to do and her eye for development, they can use what the land is appraised for to build different things in that area, and it could be worth 10, 15 million easy, which if you can make it, then make it happen. Make it happen. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I really, really enjoyed this episode. I see where it's gonna be some drama between it. The drama has already started between Nicole and Lakeisha, and I hope they get to the point where they mend that relationship, because Lakeisha, she is their half sister, because she had a different mother, but they lost their grandfather a year ago, and literally right after that, according to them, she lost her mother also. So she really needs her family support, and I hope she gets it. I know she's getting it from Jermisha and Jaquita, whatever. She's getting it from those two, and I really want her to get it from her actual sister, which is Nicole. I don't know what her relationship is with Monet. Hopefully, we'll get to see that on Friday night. I really, really enjoyed this episode. I don't know how many people are going to watch this show, but if you decide to watch it, because right now I like it, so I'm going to review it. If I get to the point where I decide I don't like it, then I may not. But I really enjoyed this episode. It was refreshing to see, Black people out making these major moves like this. And they just seem like a wholesome, nice family. So I really enjoyed the episode. Hopefully, um, if anybody else has watched it, get in the comments. Let me know, interact with me, tell me what you think about it, how you feel about it. If you're gonna watch it, if you're not gonna watch it, just let me know. Um, Outside of that, that is going to be it for this review. Feel like I kind of rushed it because I'm trying to do some other stuff, but that will be it. Next episode, I am going to try to get more notes. However, the Braden brokerage was started by Nicole and Jermisha. When it started, it was just the two of them, and they've had it for 5 years, and they now have 98 agents in their brokerage. So that's awesome. That in 5 years, that's awesome. So I'm super proud of them, and I will be continuing to watch to see how they grow, and be inspired. I really enjoyed it. But outside of that, that is going to be it for me today. I'll be popping on, looking to see what everybody else is doing tonight. I just wanted to say again my condolences to Kiki Jabbar's family. I pray for your peace and your healing during this difficult time. And with that, y'all have an awesome night. Goodbye.